Thank you so much for joining me again tonight for my second day of coming on live. Now that I've started coming on live every day, that is the goal. Thank you for your support. Thank you for showing up. And if you are seeing me for the first time, my name is Adama. I am a global digital business owner, and I've been doing this business for the past 2.5 years. I started this business in 2023 when I just needed other options and just wanted something different. And I've been out helping other families, helping individuals, helping other professionals, moms like me, immigrants who need options. Some people are not truly aware of what the other options out there. And I have made it my mission to create this awareness, be able to help other professionals like me, other moms like me, other immigrants who may be feeling stuck or maybe looking for other options apart from just working 2, 3, 4, 5 jobs. Anything I share are things I have personally experienced and things I hear from other people I get to talk to. Some of them are like my business partners. Some of them are just, asking questions. So tonight, our topic is, hardworking. Are you hardworking, but, feeling stuck? And if hard work alone created freedom, most professionals would already be free. And I mean that in every sense, because most people who feel financially stuck are actually very hardworking. I have seen that. I have interacted with such people. I have lived that. So if hardworking alone created freedom, most professionals who work day and night, who work, constantly, would have been financially free by now. Nurses, healthcare workers, immigrants, professionals of like any field, different fields. They are educated, responsible, but they are always working or picking up extra shifts. Yet, little time, limited flexibility, income barely moves. You will see people who are working multiple jobs, working extended periods of time, picking up all the extra shifts, working doubles, working, year in, year out, taking only time to maybe 2 weeks off in a year. But they are still feeling stuck. They are still, struggling financially. Every month, they are living by budget, counting, breaking things down, bills, 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 bills. By the time they are done paying for their bills, they can barely have anything to put away, maybe in their savings or even to send back home. And I am talking about immigrants because majority of immigrants, they still have some of their extended families back in their home countries. They still have financial responsibilities towards, their extended family members. So by the time you break down everything you've been working so hard to earn, you find yourself, having little to nothing left afterward. Most people are unable to take vacations. Most people are unable to travel and explore the world. Most people are unable to just do something fun for themselves because they are always constrained by what is left after paying their bills and sending help. There are professionals here who work so hard, who make decent amount of money. But when you ask them, okay, can you boast of this amount in their bank accounts, they will be like, and they are not joking about it. They can't boast of some amount of money saved up in their accounts. They still live paycheck to paycheck, month in, month out, year in, year out, and the struggle continues. So Um, I have met and I have interacted, just like I keep saying, some of the most hardworking people, especially in the healthcare settings, but they still feel, some people will say, the rat race. So just running constantly and nothing changes. So, and it's not your fault. I need you to be aware of that. It's not your fault. It is actually how the system is structured. The system is structured in such a way that, you make enough to live the life that can just make you to be comfortable. And some of the reasons some people feel stuck, or they work so hard, but they are still not getting by. Some of them will be just because the income is capped. Yes, income is capped by time. How much you work, how much time you spend working is how much you earn. If you're not at job, you are not earning anything. So most employees, most hardworking people, their incomes are capped by the time they spend at work. They are paid hourly wage, or paid by the shift, or they are paid salaries by the end of the month. When you work more, that's less life, because you are spending most of your time working. You find yourself, and I have lived that, finding myself coming back, you don't have life. By the time you're done sleeping, resting, and all of that, maybe you're just like, cutting back on things that would actually make you maybe happier, or more sociable, or healthier. So more work equals less life. No matter how good you are, there is a ceiling to how much you can earn as an employee, because your income is capped, and is capped by the time, by the hour. So no matter how good you are at your job, there is always a ceiling to how much you can make. And anyone can testify that. As long as you're an employee, you can be excellent at your job and still be limited by hours in a day. So hard work alone doesn't really scale you to that extent. What do I mean by that? When you have your own job, when you have your own business, you leverage the systems. You have teams, or you work with teams. And when you work with teams of experts, you are able to gain knowledge. You are you're not doing everything all by yourself. You are working in a team, people doing different things, everyone just contributing. And when you work in your own business, you enjoy the automation system. So the automation system works 24/7 for you. It doesn't require your presence. It runs even when you are sleeping. It runs even when you are spending quality time, or traveling, or doing everything. It doesn't require your presence for it to get to do what it needs to do. So the automation system helps you to cut time back, to gain some time freedom, some time flexibility, because the system is set up in such a way that, whether you are there or not, your business is running, your business is going. It doesn't need you to keep to be present. And most professionals were never taught this kind of thing. We were never taught to work harder, not smarter. Most professionals were never taught to just work harder. That's what we were always taught. We were always taught to work harder, not smarter. We think, oh, if you're able to work 2 jobs, 3 jobs, 4 jobs, 5 jobs, that's what gets you to gain, like, some kind of financial freedom. We were never taught to work smarter. We never taught, how to scale our business, the scalability of, businesses. And we keep pushing, oh, yes, I'm working 16 hours. Well, sleep for 3 hours, go back again, work 16 hours, work 12-hour shifts. And it all stores on the body. I can tell you that I've lived it and I know firsthand what I'm talking about. And you see people doing this year in, year out. They've worked for 15 years, 20 years, 20 something years, 30 something years, and it keeps going on and on. Yet, the rate cycle continues because anytime they don't work as hard, then they don't have anything to show for it. They don't have anything to pay their next bills. They can't last 1 month if most of these, hardworking professionals don't work for 1 month, don't get paid for 1 month. They will not survive it. Their bills, they will be like behind on their bills. They will be behind on so many things, on so many bills. Because the lifestyle, because of the capped income, they are just work and earn and pay the bills, earn and pay the bills, but they cannot have enough to survive 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months without like further income coming in, without them actually physically going to work. But when you are having a business, especially an automated online business that is global, whether you are there, whether you don't work, whether you are not present, your business is running. And that is what automation system does. It doesn't require your presence. Another reason is expenses grow faster than the raises. That is a reality. No matter how anybody explains, oh, there is no inflation, whether there is inflation happens almost all the time. And for the most part, your earning does not commiserate with your spending. Whether it's house mortgage, no matter, even if you have fixed mortgage, things still you still get raises. Whether it is taxes, property taxes, insurance, and all of that, they get raised almost every year. So whether it's what do I call it? Cost of living, buying groceries, things get expensive by the day. No matter how anybody is saying oh, there is no inflation. How much you spent last year is not how much you are spending this year. But at the same time, when all this living cost of living is increasing, your salary, your wage, your hourly wage is not going up as inflation or the cost of living is going up. So how do you balance the difference? Then you start cracking your brain. You start looking for ways just how to meet up, because you are earning this much, but your bills and your cost of living is going this much. And almost every single time you are thinking, okay, so what do you cut back? What do you cut away from? What do you stop, doing? How do you, balance it just to stay afloat? And life shouldn't be this way. And I'm talking about people who are highly educated, people who are just very well paid, professionals. But this is their life story, year in, year out. But with an automated business, your income is not capped. You have an uncapped opportunity to earn. You have multiple income streams. You have many ways to, in this business, you open up 5 different income streams. And I have been reading so many books, on self-development, on personal growth, on finances, on money, on marketing, and all of that. And the basics of, or even how millionaires, how they think and how they become millionaires and all of that, reading autobiographies, it always have in multiple income streams. No one income stream is enough. It's very risky. So when the expenses are growing faster, then it's like, raises are not growing at the same rate as your expenses due to inflation, the cost of living, kids activities, depending on how many kids. If you are just like, still you have young kids, the more they grow, the more their expenses, as in taking care of them, is increasing too. You start enrolling them in different activities. You do swimming, karate, just name it, any different activities. It's almost like almost every single time you have a reason to spend. Or even with their clothing, let me just think, oh, you want to keep everything basic, which you shouldn't, because kids need is exposure. You need to introduce them and expose them to different activities, different extracurricular activities. But let's just say you're sticking to one activity, restraining yourself and leaving that basic. They grow up fast. So they are outgrowing their shoes, they are outgrowing their clothes, they are outgrowing so many things. So you need to keep up spending as well. Then even for yourself, or even family activities, family entertainment, responsibilities. So these are all the reasons why, like, okay, so when your expenses are growing, so I'm talking about the expenses, but your income is still that same income. But family activities, different responsibilities, kids, cost of living, inflation, everything, all these are just going up, all these bills and all of that, but your income is still capped. So, and we turn around and become just like, overnight economists. We become accountants, we become every single thing, almost always calculating money. How do we balance this? Because you are earning this, but your expenses still keep going. So raises don't keep up with cost of living and inflation and kids and all of that. So it's just always like struggling for different families and different professionals. So your paycheck increases slowly, but life expenses don't wait. It does not wait. It keeps going. While your paycheck, $1 increment, and we are all, oh yeah, oh, we got a raise. $2, you got a raise. Then think of $1. How does that $1 or $2, how does that even equate to the expenses? It does not add up. So when we pay attention to all of that, it does not add up. Another reason is one income stream is risky. I have said it, multiple income streams. Having multiple sustainable, reliable income streams, legitimate ways, they are the best way. And having 2-3 jobs are not like, multiple income streams, because it still takes away, your time. It still requires you to be physically there. It still, takes a toll on your body, or it takes a toll on your health. It takes a toll on your relationships. It takes a toll on your social activities. So saying like, okay, having 4 or 5 different jobs, that's multiple income streams. I don't agree with that. Because I have seen people who are like, oh, they are finishing from this particular job or shift, and they are going straight to another job, not even going home. Going from one job to another. And when they finish, then they go to another job where they do maybe 2 or 3 hours before going home, sleeping for a few hours, and the next day it starts again. So that is not multiple income streams. Because when you want to have another income stream, have something that is just different, something you can, that doesn't just like, take a lot of your energy or a lot of your time. Something that is scalable. Something that is automated. Something where you don't have to figure it out all alone. That doesn't require you to be physically present before you can earn. Something with another, like uncapped income potential, not capped income that is decided by your time, and you can only just go about, so far. So, like I said, one income stream is risky. You have just, you're an employee. You have one schedule. You have one source of income. So what if? What if? What if? What if? Because when you have 2, 3, 4 jobs, it's still the same you doing it, right? It still requires your presence. It still requires you doing it. So what if you are unable to go to job, like just something happens? It doesn't have to be anything bad. And you are unable to physically go to job. That means you are not earning. You will not earn once you don't go to, do that job. So you see why I said having 3, 4, 5 jobs, that's not multiple income streams, because it requires your presence. But if you have an automated business, whether you are there or not, you can always, it's running for you once you've already, structured it and set it up. And if anything is happening wherever you are in the world, anywhere you are, you can always still do your business. So, depending on one income stream in today's world, that's actually one of the riskiest moves anybody can make. So it's time, my people, moms like me, immigrants, healthcare professionals, it's time for all of us to shine our eyes. We need to go beyond just depending on one income stream. We need to go beyond working 2, 3, 4, 5 jobs, thinking that's multiple income streams. Because I bet you that's not. So you've worked hard. I am very grateful for where I am today. I am so happy and grateful for the awareness, for knowing what I know now. Yeah, sometimes I tell myself I wish I knew then what I know now. Because if I had known this for all these years, if I had known that relying solely on just hard work alone, if I had known about working smart, maybe my story would have been so different today. But at the same time, I'm still grateful that I got to find about this business. I got to learn and know what I know now. I am happy for where I am going. And that is why I am trying so hard to get moms like me on board, get immigrants like me on board, get healthcare professionals on board, to be aware that there are options outside of our regular 9 to 5s, that there are choices, which I didn't know until 2023. But now you know. So, and it's never too late. You can still start today. This is January 2026. Who knows what your year? Sometimes if you are following me, if you have my WhatsApp number, I share the results. I share the results. And when you see the results from so many people, you will be like, whoa, where have you been all this while? Almost most people, in fact, they always say the same thing, as in, if they knew then what they know now, they would have started way years ago. So let that not be your story. This is a great opportunity. This is a great time to start. And it's never too late to start. So I am always grateful. I am so grateful for, the opportunities my job has created for me, the blessings, the privileges, the open doors, just every single thing I have been able to achieve. But at the same time, with all of that, I noticed about time scarcity, right? That I was just missing out on so many things in my personal life. I was always feeling like, exhausted. I was always feeling just not present, tired, sleeping. But with what I know now, like, I am grateful. I am grateful today, like, I have this business where the income is uncapped. No income ceiling, no ceiling to how much anybody or anyone I can make. People are surpassing, like, so even surpassing, and at the same time surprising themselves. I am grateful that even though, like, I had all those missed moments, but now I am aware. I am able to maybe spend more time and just be more present. So when I felt stuck, I didn't feel stuck because I wasn't working hard. I felt stuck because my income was tied to my time. But things are changing, and this could be your own story. Things can change for you as well. So leverage like an established system. Leverage an opportunity of the online, of social media. Leverage the opportunity of an already established, business model that has been in existence, that has made multi-millionaires out of everyday regular people. Leverage the system of, you don't have any prior business experience, you've never done any business, you are not tech savvy, but there are people, experts, who have put this business model in place. All you need is to plug and play, not to recreate the wheels. You don't have to recreate the wheels. You don't have to start, from the beginning. You don't have to do what you don't understand, because all the things that you need to succeed in a business, all the things you need, all the tools, all the skills, everything you need to start a business, to succeed in a business, to thrive, is already there. All you need is to come in coachable, teachable, winning mindset. That's all you need to start. So you don't need to start from the beginning of recreating the wheels. Multiple income streams is powerful. Having reliable income streams, legitimate income streams, long-term income streams, tax-registered income streams, it's very necessary in this day and age. Have multiple income streams that, without restrictions, that you can do from anywhere, that you can earn with or without you being present. When you own your own business, your business is in your name. You call the shots. You are the CEO. You have I keep, saying it, you don't have any income cap or ceiling of how much you can earn versus how much you cannot earn, which is different when you are an employee. So these are the kind of things we all need. In this opportunity, you have lifetime mentorship, you have lifetime coaching, and it's free of charge without any cost to you. You are being mentored, you are being coached for life. You have accountability partners. You have a support system of global community. You have a supportive system of people who have been there, done that, and who are willing, who are ready, who are happy to extend the hands of support to you so that you can excel. What beats that? What can beat it? So, and you already have existing systems, tried, tested, proven over the years. So you are not recreating the wheels. You are not starting anything. It's already been there. It's already been proved. So, but remember, the goal is not to quit your job. The goal is to stop depending on one income stream. That's the big message here. That is the big message. And that is why this business is very good. Why is it very good? Because it's a business you can do just from your phone. It's a business you can do from anywhere. It's a business that doesn't take you away from your job or from anything. It's a business you can do while you're in your car, in your kitchen, in your bathroom, in your bedroom, while taking your kids to activities, while traveling, just from anywhere, because it's mobile, it's digital, it's automated, it's flexible, it's portable. So you take it with you to anywhere. It's beginner friendly. It's structured. So it's an online business that is structured, that can just be going around for you, be done for you wherever you are. Wherever, and internet is everywhere in the world as far as we know, right? So, and it's beginner friendly. It's a business that has training, detailed training, video based. You have access to it 24/7. And nobody is behind you to be like, oh, you have to finish by this time or by this time. You decide when you start, you decide when you finish, you decide for how long you want to, do your training. You have access to it 24/7. And like I said, you have the global support. You have your coach, you have your mentor, you have access to them 24/7, all year round, for life, free of charge. You don't have to cold call friends or family or neighbors or colleagues, anybody. You're not knocking at anybody's door. You're not calling, you're not throwing parties. You're not chasing after anybody. People come to you. People get attracted because this is the kind of thing people want. Nobody wants a business where they have to figure it out all by themselves. Nobody wants a business where you have to be the one to find all the engineers or tech experts or IT experts, or to know how to, oh, this is what, but all of these things have, all those big things, all the headaches have already been taken care of for you. So you don't need to figure it out, from the scratch or alone. There are possibilities online, and this is legitimate. If this business wasn't legitimate, I, for one, wouldn't be doing it. I, for one, wouldn't be, hammering on it. I wouldn't be showing my face. I wouldn't be confident doing it. So my people, moms, healthcare professionals, immigrants, or anyone In my team, I have people like from all walks of life, people outside of this, outside of this group, these groups I've mentioned. So I'm not like leaving anyone out. So if you are seeking for options, if you are looking for opportunities, if you are looking for just to do something outside of your regular job that wouldn't even affect your regular schedule, this just, check this business out. So if me coming on live tonight has made you in any way to realize that hard work isn't the problem, and you are open to learning, you are coachable, you want to seek a different way of earning, you want to just gain some kind of clarity or know more about this business opportunity that I'm talking about, DM me. Just send me a DM, comment, check out my WhatsApp. My WhatsApp, you just click on any of my posts and you can chat with me on WhatsApp. I will just be happy to answer your questions. I will be happy to clarify anything that that doesn't make sense to you. I'll be happy to show you how this all works. No pressure. I am only sharing just information. It will be you taking the steps if you want and when you want. But always remember, working hard or hard work is not the problem. That's the system. Time-based income has a ceiling. And when you leverage the social media, when you leverage the an already existing system, it helps you create freedom. And you don't have to quit your job to build options. So if this resonates with you, if this makes you feel anyhow like helping you to think in this January of 2026, like I said, my DM is open, my WhatsApp is open. You can comment, we can chat, privately. I am all here for you. I am here to answer any questions. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting me in different ways. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for just always being there. I truly appreciate you, and your support keeps me going. Thank you, and see you again tomorrow. Have a blessed night.